We're back for Your Ears Only. I'm David Alpern.
I'm Eddie Robinson with this quote from the news. Used to being victims of these ideological food fights we're seeing in the federal government and state capitals. That was Dan Gilmartin of the Michigan Municipal League on the state of U.S. cities after a report showing that 72% were in better financial shape than a year ago, though still vulnerable to negative national financial trends. Now this.
The initial quality study, it measures problems reported by consumers in the first 90 days of ownership of your vehicle.
The J.D. Power 2013 North American Hotel Satisfaction Study studied almost 69,000 guests who had had a hotel stay sometime between the period of June 2012 and May 2013.
More than 4 decades after J.D. Dave Power III merged his knowledge of market research and the auto industry to create J.D. Power & Associates, the company is still a sometimes prickly guiding light for car makers and buyers, but now adapted to the information age and expanded to help define quality to most every other major manufacturing and service industry at home and abroad: hotels, telecoms, utilities, financial services. There were critics and doubts along the way, and the inertia that can make big corporations listen less and less to the customers whose purchasing choices make them or break them.
Power trusted the judgments of the consumers he surveyed, at least as they would affect those key purchasing choices. And he has prevailed. The story is told in a new book, Power, how J.D. Power III became the auto industry's advisor, confessor, and eyewitness to history, from Fenwick Publishing Group. And to talk about the book, his company, his life, and guiding principles, for Your Ears Only, Dave Power is on the line now. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
As an undergraduate at Holy Cross, you did a paper on Don Quixote. It seemed to us that classic tale provides a metaphor for you tilting at the windmills of Big Auto, and for Big Auto ignoring the changing market realities around it. Did you ever feel that way?
Well, yes, I did. But I think that what I found is that in Don Quixote, I learned that you need to be true to your values, but also make sure that they are in line with the age you live in, or else you are tilting at windmills. And that's what I felt the automobile industry was all about.
Talking about values, after college you signed up for the Coast Guard, later said that culture helped shape your later approach to business. What were the key values from that period?
We had to rely on all of the people on the ship. And I think that was very helpful training for me.
When you set up your own market research operation, automobiles were not your first focus. What was, and what led you back to Detroit?
Well, actually, when I started the company, we were in Los Angeles, and there were no automobile companies. And so we did work for utilities, banks, U.S. Borax, Carnation, and even dog food. 2 months after we got started, I got referred to a company that had been in the U.S. market before, and I had vaguely heard of them, and that happened to be Toyota. And that's how I got started in the automobiles. I had quite a effort to get in and talk to the right people, but eventually got to the top Japanese executive, and that set me on the automotive.
The idea of an actual J.D. Power Award came not from inside your company, but from an automaker that had done well in one of your surveys, Acura. Talk about how that happened.
Well, Acura came in tops in overall satisfaction in the late 80s, just after it was introduced. And it didn't have Lexus or Infiniti. They hadn't arrived in the market yet. And for 4 years in a row, they They came in top brand in our survey. And the advertising agency for Acura came to me with a plaque, a round plaque, and said that if we would let them use it, they would turn the rights over to the award if we'd allow them to put it on the air in television and print. And so we agreed to it, but then we felt that it wasn't as finesse in design, and my daughter-in-law was a artist in the ad agency business, and she designed one based on a clock that I had on my desk. And that's how we got started with it.
You end the book looking ahead to how the new instant online information revolution is reshaping the auto marketplace, eventually obviating current costly marketing and distribution practices. I wonder how you see the research of J.D. Power being affected by the new technology and the growth of social media and the available opinions of armies of Facebook friends on any product or service versus, what your surveys might say.
Yes, well, I'm 82 years old now, and I am trying to still look forward. I think big data is going to rule the roost, but I think there's still room for getting the right kind of information from the customers, and that will hold its own for a while anyhow.
Market research pioneer Dave Power. His story is told in the new book, Power, how J.D. Power III became the auto industry's advisor, confessor, and eyewitness to history. From Fenwick Publishing Group.
Quote from the news, they have a very strong understanding of the local market because they have been operating there forever. That was Washington health researcher Dan Mendelsohn on early signs that local Blue Cross plans are among the most popular in the new Obamacare insurance exchanges.
Next, terror at sea and in space on the big screen for your ears only.